enforce MFA, delete the user, and also block the user if you want, right? So these are all the remediation actions we are supporting as of now. And for this purpose only, we are asking for the remediation permission on the first page I showed, right? So suppose you have not provided that permission from that page only. So we have also the third one screen, which is like a cloud connection, right? So we can see here we have AWS, Azure, everything. So if you have not configured from that screen from the onboarding first page, you can also go and provide your permission from here as well. So I have already both the permission needed. So if you are missing any permission, there will be just a button to fix it, and it will just ask you the basic configuration for the admin account, and you are good to go, right? So for I think we will be needing this right permission in order to take the remediation action as well, right? So I'll just go in the threat indicator section. I'll show you the events which we have triggered. So as you can see, these all the events you can see here are coming from our detection rule events. If I just so suppose there is I think, yeah, user login success. So there will be a detection rule with the same name. If I just search it, see here is the detection rule I was talking. This is triggering, and based on this condition we have provided in the rule, the events are being triggered, right? You can always go and reschedule it if you want. We are providing out of the box, so you can now just go and edit the condition for it, but you can also go and change the event type details you want if you want, and the schedule also if you want to change, right? And we also got some alerts based on our incident response. So you can see I was showing that suspicious login after multiple failures, right? Just we have just drilled down the events. So since the time this alert was created, it has got 59 of the user login successes and 11 of the login failures. So it has triggered the uh, alert on the karthik.sona@securon.pi this user, right? So if you have chosen the some remediations action as well, this alert will be triggered. It will be closing on its own, and the remediation action what you have chosen in the IR will be taking on this alert, right? So I think yeah. So one more thing I wanted to show you, see. So this was all about the Azure and the incident response and detection, everything. So if you wanted to onboard your let's say with the AWS account, right? So how can you do that? So for that, I have just created an extra tenant. So yeah, so as you can see, I have the cloud connection here, Azure. All the permissions are missing here. So I am just clicking on this, and the button I was talking about to fix the permission issues we have in the AWS connection, right? So I need to click on this button. Once I have clicked, it will be just opening a URL for me, which I need to open and just configure this stack in my AWS console, right? So just let me open it. As you can see, was redirected to my AWS console since I was logged in. If you're not, you just need to log in again. So you can just go and read all the template details and all here, everything here, and all the permissions we are asking. I'll just acknowledge here, create the stack. It will take some time, I think 2 minutes or so to generate the ARN. So in the output section, we will be getting a ARN value. What you need to do, just copy this ARN value and put it in the the text box, right, and submit it. So this will just provide us the read access, and uh, we start the reading data from your AWS console and ingesting in this system, right? Let me just refresh it once it has created. Yeah. So as you can see, the ARN we have created, I need to just copy it and paste it here, submit it, and just we are done. In the few minutes, you will see data in here, and it has started showing it. If I just refresh it,
Yeah, so
it has been
so
configured.
this is, yeah, so some thanks. So this is kind of demonstration that how easily you can onboard your AWS. Unlike before, where you have to go and in the AWS and create a lot of account and keys and security keys and all those things. All those things are not required. What you have to do, just you have to open a URL and enter username and password and just review it and just acknowledge it. And after that, we are good. Everything we
Yeah,
have to secure your AWS environment. Okay, keep going.
yeah. So this is how you can onboard your AWS, and the same detection response and incident response will be getting here as well. So no worries with that. As soon as the tenant is created, all these default detection rule and incident response will be imported in the system. So you do not have to worry about that. So I think that is all. Abhishek, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, thanks. Ashwini, go to the rule. I just wanted to add few points there.
Okay. 1 second.
Detection rule.
Yeah, I'm here.
So you all understood that incident response module where you can do the correlations and everything. That is very powerful, where you can do all the correlations. You can take the values from multiple rules and combine together, make a kind of logic there. So that's pretty good, right? Now, the main part of a detection or detection of the threats and everything is a kind of rule. So these rules are kind of continuously being curated and being improved and being added by our team, who is kind of constantly doing the research on various sites and looking at the AWS and Azure publications and whatever do they do. Every new threat um, vectors comes up, our team goes and add a rules here. So this rule is kind of, as of now, this rule is very extensive based on the all the information publicly available here, and you can look at it. You can go one by one rules and read that what we are doing in the AWS. What are the things we are catching? What are the rules are there in the Azure? What are the rules are there, including the business email compromisation and user login out of the approved locations. All those things are there. Whatever kinds of things are available, or possible new attacks are there, those all are being covered as a rule. Having said that, I want to repeat again that this rule will be constantly updated and added more. So right now you are seeing um, I think 75 plus for the Azure and 75 plus similar for the AWS. But
Yeah,
very well, tomorrow you will see a kind of 10, 15 increase more. So that's how, like, every quarter release, this number is keep growing. So at any point, if you are kind of seeing that something is some rules are not there or something has to be added, you can always suggest or you can create your own. We would like to get a kind of feedback. If you see kind of new rules you wanted to add and you do not know how to add it, reach out to us. We will look at it, we'll analyze it, we will define for you for sure. But if it's kind of good enough, we will kind of take that as an input and we'll also add in our rules out of the box too. So here's the kind of, the rule is the kind of powerhouse, and on top of that everything is built up. So I just wanted to set a um, I just wanted to make it clear to everyone that this rule is continuously evolving and we're constantly updating. That's all. Thank you everyone. Let's conclude this session.
thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Recording stopped.
Thank you so much for your session. Coming up, we're going to actually wrap up our day, and I'm going to pass the mic to Chandra Pandey, our CEO, to see us off.
Thank you. Thanks, Maggie. Thanks, Ashwini and Abhishek. That was very kind of a deep
Recording
and
in progress.
insightful session. As Abhishek pointed out, that there is a huge market for the cloud security. So one thing I do wanted to kind of share with you guys. We had multiple sessions with the CISOs and all that. This thing you guys are saying, the platform approach. But what Abhishek was pointing out, that the opportunity we have as our partner, we are 100% partner only organization, and then opportunity we have with our partners, where we are and what is coming and what Sakyan platform and your services, how the growth is coming. It's a huge amount of opportunity in front of us. So I know they have been talking about this cloud security and SaaS security. Those markets are kind of having significant growth over the next 5-6 years. And it is going to continue because as more and more things kind of move into that direction, there is a huge amount of opportunity. So these are the slides. You guys probably have seen it. It has been evolving. We are adding additional data as they become available and all that. So that's something I wanted to point out. So this whole thing, what he was talking about is, this is the market. And we have extremely powerful platform. So we have a platform foundation. Now we are kind of making it very obvious so that our partners can go and win any one of those deals. And most of the customers may not have just the cloud instances, so that way you can cover those. Plus, even if they just have the cloud, we have given a solution to go in on board quickly. And so you're differentiate, and don't be afraid of that. Hey, I have to go and somebody is trying to sell or let's say Wage or anybody, Prisma Cloud or whatever. We have much more powerful solution than anybody of those. And other thing I do wanted to add is what we have coming up, that some of those tools, they have made visualization very good. And that is the way they are selling it. The different persona, you have a different level visualization. You come next quarter, you will see all of those things, plus beyond those will be in the platform as well. So team is kind of working day and night to make sure our partners have something highly differentiated, even if they just have to kind of compete on the cloud. And if it is a platform, nobody can match it anyway. So other thing I wanted to point out, there are certain things which we will be discussing over the next 2 days. But the partners, there is not always a green field. So you have to understand that, it's like what are the different entry points are there. And from the Sakyan partner point of view, definitely you can enter from the AI-SIEM CGuard. Then you have NDR. This is another big opportunity to enter. Nobody can match Sakyan NDR capabilities. So that's something you should know. NDR and bad NTA combined together with our platform makes it such a potent kind of and powerful solution. No one in the industry has anything which even comes close to it. So that's something you can keep that in mind. Definitely you guys heard about AI XDR 360. I don't have to repeat it. You heard it from the outside independent testing compared to some of the best industry, best respected, the best EDR and all that in there as well. That doesn't mean that we are done. We have a lot of work to do, because threat actors, because cybersecurity, one thing I want to point out, cybersecurity is not a functionality business. Threats are evolving every day. You have to have a partner who is coming with you and innovating and bringing the solution to tackle those threat actors and then nation actors. If you don't have it, if you treat like cybersecurity, it set it and forget it, and then you are not having your partners is not innovating, you might kind of find that it might be hottest thing today. It might disappear completely tomorrow. It will become irrelevant, you know. So that's something I wanted to point out. Definitely, there was a lot of discussion about BI 360 and the compliance 360. These two things are like in the full actions. There will be session on that, and these things are helping our partners big way. So just keep that in mind that those are another entry point for you. Your risk kind of management is score 360, that is another one. And definitely we have talked quite a bit about the OT 360, OT security and all that, but there will be session to go over that because we have multiple OT deployment, many other like, you know, things are happening and coming our way, which we might kind of like have some of the biggest partnership on the OT side coming our way soon. So I just want to make sure that, you know, you also know that that is another entry point. And the biggest differentiator is on the OT, we can do much more bigger things than anybody out there from the cybersecurity who providing the OT. But we are the one who are providing the convergence of OT and IT together without any compromises. So you say everything, nothing get missed into the dark and your air gap and all that in there. And you are able to provide the cybersecurity across all of those, you know. So that's something I just wanted to point out. And I know that we have taken a lot more time than like we wanted to. So some of these things we will cover tomorrow as well. And I will yield the now session back to Maggie. And we are going to close it today, but we are looking for like a lot of great sessions being handled by team tomorrow. And my request, once again, ask a lot of questions, you know, even some of the questions we might take it and they will become part of our innovation drives. And you will see those features comes down the line, because as I said, a lot of things you are saying in the platform, those are the contribution which has come from our existing set of the partners and customer. Sometimes, you know, it's like, as I mentioned, I have met multiple hundreds of them, probably more than 1500s of the frontline people who take our platform and manage the security operation in the last 18 months. And a lot of them, they ask some of the questions which have driven the what we are bringing into the platform, because the whole goal is to stay ahead of the threat, do kind of like your innovation, do your research so that you are not falling behind. Because AI, all of these Gen AI and AI innovations capability are giving even somebody who does not have any knowledge about, you know, IT, they can create lethal set of the threat vectors and attacks just by like using and asking those tools to kind of exploit a lot of vulnerability out there. So we have to stay on top of our side as well, because we are fighting against those kind of evolving threat, not some set of the rules which people have written and then those can be bypassed by anyone at any time. So definitely we have a lot to cover in the next 2 days, and I'm pretty thrilled that so many people joined, and it was great to see that sometimes people have joined into a group where they had 50 people, sometimes 100 people, sometimes 30 people together, and they were having their own fun watching it together, as well as answering some of those questions locally as well. So really thank all of those people and all those partners who had the group kind of watching, as well as local Q&A going as well, where people were answering between themselves. So thank you so much for all the cyber security professionals, the front kind of warriors, as well as the partners for joining today. Thank you so much. Maggie, you can take it over.
Recording stopped.
That'll be all for today, everyone. We look forward to joining you joining us tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then.